I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com, and on this episode of The Haul, we're doing SEMA! Woo! Now when the trucks are towering above your head and there's just chrome like an old school caddy, you know you are at SEMA. What is going on, guys? Justin with American Trucks coming to you from Las Vegas with a very special SEMA 2018 episode of The Haul. Now we're gonna show you the sights, the sounds, and of course the trucks of the SEMA show this year. We're gonna give you my top 3 picks of the show when it comes to F-150s and just all of the craziness that is this just nutball show out here. Blake, you ready? Let's get after it, come on. The moment we get here every year at SEMA, we always beeline right to the Ford booth. Why? Well, some of the baddest builds here at SEMA in general, but more specifically for us, right? We're amongst the sea of awesome Ford trucks in the Ford booth. They got a press conference to unveil some juicy details. Be sure to listen to that, but what do you say we go check out some trucks?
Thank you all and welcome to another exciting SEMA show. This year 2018 is a special year for us as we will be introducing 2 new Ford performance offerings, the HST for North America and the Raptor for global markets. And we also teamed up with some of the most popular aftermarket suppliers such as Addictive Desert Designs, Fox, BDS, Yakima, Rigid, Polar, and Warren Industries to showcase even more ideas with 8 very cool ranges here on our stand.
So obviously Ford, like the rest of us, is very excited about the upcoming Ranger and outfitting these things with a ton of aftermarket goodies. I'm actually taking a closer look now at the 2.3 EcoBoost engine that will be in that Ranger, a variation of the EcoBoost found in the Mustang, of course. Not the same exact thing, but pretty darn close. Now Ford actually has some really cool parts that they plan on offering for these things for the aftermarket once they are released later this year, early next year, but they've gone even further and offered some trucks already outfitted with some aftermarket goodies. This one in particular really caught my eye. Why? Well, because it kind of reminds me of my Raptor at home, kind of the white and black theme going on. Obviously with the flares, 20-inch fuel wheels here with the ridge grapplers, very sharp truck, and a lot of these Rangers are running a variation of a BDS Fox suspension, so it's giving it a little bit more altitude, and that's also found on the silver truck behind me, as you guys can see back there. That is propped up on the rocks, very Raptor-esque wheels on that truck. Ford Performance front bumper with the light bar. Looks to me like it was made by Addictive Desert Designs, and all the rigid lighting and things like that. So it's very exciting to see these things already starting to be modified before they even hit dealer lots. And I think the Colorado and Tacoma are in for a little bit of competition. My number 3 truck from the SEMA 2018 show comes to you from none other than Brad DeBerti, from the father and son duo, Doug and Brad DeBerti, twin turbos on the Discovery Channel. Maybe you've caught in the show before, but this is one of their creations, one of 2 creations that just so happen to be side by side here at the 2018 SEMA booth, Ford booth to be exact. And this thing is just, I don't even know where to start, right guys? So this started out life as a 5-liter truck, now twin turbo, but you see the cage in the windshield, you see the massive rigid lights, you can even see some of the Fox bypasses under the hood. You know this thing means business. Now we had the chance to catch up with Brad, chat a little bit more about this truck and the chase truck right next to it. So let's check that out. This thing is simply insane. Tell us a little bit more about what this thing's all about.
We did a complete trophy truck back half roll cage, front engine cage. It has all 4.0 Fox bypass shocks, 3.0 coils. The front pulls 20 inches and then the rear is strapped at 30 as well. Really this truck is just kind of one of those things I wanted to do different than what everyone else is doing. And I was stoked when Hot Wheels asked me to do it just because it's different, you know.
This truck is completely badass, man, and you do all the work yourself, which is, I think, even more commendable because a lot of times the guys just send them off to a shop and they show up at SEMA like with a shiny new truck, but you actually stand in front of your truck and you built it, so that's what it's all about.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I mean, my dad and I have a great relationship, and this is what we do. Whether you like our builds or hate them, either way, you're standing looking at them because you're like, what is this?
I don't know how anybody can hate this stuff, dude, but speaking of building things twice, we're not done here, man. You got the baddest, probably chase truck next to this thing. What do you say you go check that thing out?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
All right.
So this truck is built to look like a factory pre-runner. So starting, we'll just start with the back.
Okay, yeah, because this is the coolest thing I think about the truck, guys. You got to check out what these guys did to this thing, because on the outside, it looks just like a standard Super Duty.
Yeah, it literally looks factory. So the first thing we did is we built a complete drawer that has a MIG welder, TIG welder, plasma cutter. I mean, you could have all your Miller hoodies and just everything outfitted to work on that truck.
Well, how about the side of this thing? Because I think you're not done, right?
Yeah, so this took me a long time.
What?
So
Check that out.
these hinges, making it all work is...
And so you fabbed all these hinges up, you fabbed all this up?
Yeah, we fabbed this and basically all in-house. All these trucks are all built in-house.
So this is like a Swiss Army knife, but in the truck form, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
I like that.
See, there you go. Hey, well, we'll forego that 20 bucks you and I talked about earlier. We'll call it even.
Yeah.
Well, Brad, I appreciate it, brother. You guys definitely build some next level stuff. And I'm continually impressed by what you guys do,
All right.
man.
Well,
So thank you
man.
so much, brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. One company continuing to push the boundaries as far as EcoBoost performance is concerned is none other than ForRace. Now, I happen to be standing in front of their 2018 EcoBoost powered truck here at SEMA 2018. And if you know ForRace, you know they make a lot of turbocharged applications much cooler, much faster in the process. And in this case, they're doing all they can to make sure these EcoBoost powered trucks can keep up and or beat the V8 powered trucks out there. We had the opportunity to catch up with Jeff Racer, CEO of ForRace, to hear what they're working on to make these EcoBoost trucks even faster. What's going on, man? Good to see you again. And you're in your, I've never seen you this dressed up before.
Yeah, SEMA, man. Once a year I get dressed up.
SEMA suit, I like that.
I'm not in my dirty jeans and Dickies shirts.
Right, I hear you, man. Well, let's talk a little bit more about the truck. Obviously, it's badass. Tell us a little bit more about what's on it.
So what this is a 2018 F150. Basically along the lines of what most of our customers would do. So it's bolt-ons. You have the intercooler, intake, catch can. You know, it's truly bolt-ons with an upgraded set of Raptor turbos. You know, and it's cool, it's fast, 500 at the wheels, it rips, but it's got JE pistons, Manley rods, head games did the heads, Faria valve train, and the cams are kind of some prototypes that we're working on. So, you know, truthfully, this is a work in progress for us. We're here at SEMA, but the truck is by no means done. You know, This is just the very beginning.
Well, maybe I need to get a set of big ForRace turbos on my Raptor. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Hey, thanks for your time, Jeff.
Cool.
Beautiful truck and looks killer, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is where it's at, man. I mean, the inside Ford booth is pretty damn impressive. The Ford out front, though, is where all the fun goes down. Now, Vaughn Gittin Jr. is actually out there right now in the ultimate fun haver F150. I'm lucky enough to ride and shotgun in that thing more than a few times. And of course, I rode shotgun with Vaughn Gittin Jr., winning the Reno Championships last year at the Ultra 4 4500 class. But I'm gonna catch up with some old friends, meet some new friends, and show you some cool trucks. Let's do it. Now guys, I know it's kind of nerdy to come to SEMA and talk about a stock truck, but that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Why? Well, this is a 2019 Raptor, and it's the first time I'm actually seeing one here in person. Again, not a whole lot has changed with this truck, but some very notable changes that are worth talking about. First and foremost, the live valve technology now with the Fox shocks, the 3.0s. Basically, adaptive suspension is what they've included on this, so you jump this thing like you should, those Fox shocks go full stiff and absorb that landing for you nice and smooth. The graphics are a little bit different here with the Raptor on the bedside. These are the new beadlock capable wheels, and of course those KO2s are back for 2019. But some subtle changes, a few of which can be found inside. So let's open this thing up and check it out. All right guys, the brand new Recaro is my first time sitting in them. Let's see. Yeah, I can get used to these. I think I need to upgrade on my Gen 2, but some other minor details that are different here on the 2019 Raptor, some little badging on the steering wheel, some different materials for the dash stuff. Overall, guys, some minor changes, but some nice light refreshes, and the 2019 should be a lot of fun on the road and on the trail. All right, guys, my number 2 pick here from SEMA 2018 on the F150 side comes to you from ZB Customs and KBI Kurt Busch Incorporated. Now, these guys work together on building this extremely beautiful 2018 5-liter truck, fully forged rotating assembly under the hood with 2 big twins on there, making over 1,000 crank horsepower on this thing. Kurt Busch and his team took care of the driveline stuff, but ZB Customs took care of the aesthetics, and boy, did they do a job on this thing, man. Countless of hours on this truck in regards to the appearance, a lot of massaging going on. As you can see, full wide body kit, both front and rear with this thing. And to make that all happen, they actually widened the front end by 6 inches. They widened that steel front bumper out. Hydraulic suspension on this thing with the coilovers up front so they can adjust the ride height on the fly as to protect that beautifully custom massive front splitter on this thing that makes it look like it's just slammed on the ground. 8 piston Brembos up front. When you have 1,000 crank horsepower, you eventually need to stop, and those Brembos will certainly help out there. Custom color here again with this blue. They mix this up themselves, and it is just popping under the lights here at the Ford booth. But the exterior is just one piece of the puzzle, guys. Inside the truck, full gator interior on this thing. From my understanding, ZB Customs, Zach Brown Band, I'm sure you guys know him. He loves to mess with these things. Tends to go a little overboard on the interior from what I hear from his buddy Scott, but I think it's killer, man. So Zach Brown, nice taste, my friend. In fact, we caught up with Zach's buddy Scott to hear a little bit more about the truck. Check it out. Tell us a little bit more about this thing, because it is absolutely sick, like from head to toe.
It's a one-off blue. I mean, Christian, my guy, he's an amazing artist, airbrushed artist. I mean, he can paint this shit out of some stuff too, man.
It's a hydraulic stuff too. I mean, so you can control the ride height on this thing.
It sets the low when it's in race mode, you know, or drift mode. So they got the hydraulic coilovers so we can raise it up 3 inches, get around when you're,
That's awesome.
when going over curbs and stuff, you know.
Now, KBI, they should know Kurt Busch, I mean, of NASCAR fame, and ZB Customs, Zach Brown. Obviously, you guys love the Zach Brown band out there. And Scott, you and Zach are actually good buddies, correct?
Yeah, we go back a few years. He's just an amazing guy, you know. I mean, he just keeps giving. And actually, the profit to this truck will go straight to kids camp, Camp Southern Ground. It's for autistic children, any special needs children, and we do military as well. Folks with PTSD and everything.
It's all for a good cause.
It's amazing too.
That is awesome. So Zach's quite the car fan, and you said he actually has a hand in designing these interiors.
Yeah, he kind of goes off the reservation sometimes on the interiors, but it all seems to work out. It always does.
I'd say so. That gator looks pretty cool in there, man. That's awesome. Well, Scott, thank you so much for your time,
yeah,
sir.
Man, I appreciate it.
Killer truck, man, and who knows, maybe if I hit the lottery, I'll bid on this thing at Barrett. All right?
All right, man, I appreciate it.
Thank you. A nice change of pace here at SEMA 2018 is brought to you by the Wilderness F250 and its fresh coat of Grand Canyon mud from its recent trek from the Grand Canyon out to Las Vegas and on the Ford floor here. Now, these guys do a really killer job, right? So what they do is they set you out with your boys for a 3-night, 4-day jaunt on some enduro bikes, basically. So you get out, you go camping, you see some really gnarly scenery out there. This thing follows you. This is your chase vehicle, outfitted with everything you need for 3 nights of camping out there. And they bring a chef, they bring a camera crew, they document the whole thing, and you basically just show up with the clothes on your back, you go out and you have the best time of your life. But as the owner Steve was telling me about this truck, nothing on this thing is a bell and whistle. This is all completely functional. You got a damn chainsaw on this thing. As you can see, we have the winch up front. They have their onboard air setup right out of the grill, so if you need to air down, air back up, they got you covered. So a very functional truck, purpose-built, and with that coat of mud is just an awesome addition here to the SEMA floor. Now, one of the cool things about SEMA that I really like is that it showcases the wide spectrum, if you will, of truck owners and truck enthusiasts, and kind of makes us ask the question, what are you guys? Do you like this? Now, this is something we see a lot here at SEMA, of course, the huge lifts, the chrome, the color matching, all that good stuff, and it just really embodies what SEMA is all about. Definitely see more of this than some of our other options in the truck market, but very, very cool stuff, no doubt. So do you like the lifted stuff, or Do you like this? The big body dualies on air, just absolutely slammed to the ground, huge wheels. Again, very much still over the top and fitting of SEMA, but a different kind of beer than our first truck that we showed you guys. So again, it begs the question, what do you prefer? Do you like those big lifted over the top trucks, or do you like them slammed down on the ground, on air, and a little bit different? Or are you somewhere in between? Drop us a comment and let us know. Good news, Raptor owners, you can finally get yourself a V8 powered second gen truck. The bad news, it's gonna cost you about 150 grand to do so. Let me introduce you to the Velociraptor V8, John Hennessy's latest and greatest creation. As you can see, guys, a traditional 3.5 EcoBoost Raptor, well, that's now been replaced with a 5.0 topped off the brand new 2.9 Whipple blower, making over 700 horsepower. Good enough to launch this thing to about a 12-second flat quarter-mile time. It's been lifted 6 inches, 37-inch tall tires, just a mean truck. If you can dig deep, spend about 150 grand, well, finally get your V8 powered Raptor. Well, here it is, guys, my #1 pick from the 2018 SEMA show. Come on, as if there was any doubt. The Hoonah truck, built by none other than Ken Block. Now, this thing started off life as a 1977 F150. However, that stock engine is now long gone. In its place, 3.5 liter twin turbo EcoBoost pulled directly out of a Ford GT, making over 900 horsepower, over 700 pound-feet of torque to all 4 wheels. That's right, all-wheel drive here, 6-speed gearbox, very similar to what he used in the Hoonah RTR, his all-wheel drive Mustang, and this thing is just completely nuts, guys. Now, his dad actually taught him to drive on a 77 F150, very similar to this one, and he actually used to bring it to go dirt bike racing back in the day. So it's only fitting that he kind of refocused that vision and turned it into his automotive creativity, craziness, whatever you want to call it. It's just completely next level, guys. Now, everything was done by Detroit Speed here. Hand-built aluminum panels, same military-grade aluminum that Ford uses on their newer F150s, but just, there's nothing stock about this thing, right, guys? Come on, it is completely awesome. Super wide stance, and it's actually gonna be built and used for the Gymkhana 10 video, dropping December 7th, exclusively on Amazon Prime, and then later for the Hoonagans. But, I mean, this is one I was looking forward to, guys, 100%. I'm stoked to see it here in person, and it was an easy choice for my top pick at SEMA 2018. Well, guys, that's going to wrap up our coverage from the 2018 SEMA show. We hope you enjoyed it, of course. I know I did, but I am ready for a beer. My dogs are barking. You should know what to do by now, guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, of course, if you haven't done so already. And remember, for all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com. See? Told you so. See you next year.